This is Brett Waltemath of Star Watch Media here in Dallas, Texas for the 2012 Dallas Film Society Honors. Brett with Star Watch Media. It's a pleasure to speak with you both. We're here at the 2012 Dallas International Film Festival. You're both in production on the project Wolf. Can you please tell us a little bit about the project and the story?
Well, Wolf is the story of a family that discovers their son has been molested by their pastor. And it deals with the fallout from that. It deals with the church cover-up. It deals with, the family sort of breaking apart and really just trying to keep things together so that they can move forward from the spiritual abuse that they suffer.
And what was the inspiration behind the story and the motivation to put it on screen?
Well, he wrote the film as well.
Yeah, right. I'm the writer. For me, I grew up in the church. And so I've known sort of the good and the bad side of it. And I've known a lot of people who have been abused by clergy. And so those stories, I think, have always lived inside of me. But there was one day I was watching a documentary called Deliver Us from Evil, and that documentary was about a priest who had molested about 50 children. And it was the first time for me that I saw a pedophile humanized, not excused, but humanized. And you got a sense of his past. You got a sense of why he was doing what he did. And you also saw how sort of the pain that he inflicted on these children affected their families, affected them. And so I wanted to sort of do a film revolved around all of that, plus the stories I knew. So,
what was your reaction, Ralph, when you first read the story?
I knew it was a powerful piece. I knew, Yaki and I have been working together since high school. So finally to be able to get to the point where we were going to work on our first feature film was exciting and a blessing, from the start. And so to be able to work on something like this, to be able to tell a story that's going to, open up doors, and spark conversation and begin the healing process with the people that have been affected by it, is truly, I guess, what the whole motivation for the film is.
Was this a difficult story to put in script form and to put on screen due to the fact that it is dealing with some stories that parallel moments from your life?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think the writing process for me was probably the most difficult writing process that I've ever gone through, because I wanted to make sure that, I was approaching the subject with grace and not condemnation. I wanted to make sure that it didn't come off, as though I was sort of judging the church, but that all I was doing was sort of revealing a secret and sparking conversation. And then even, getting into the shooting process, having to go to those emotional depths with the actors, really having to sort of just deal with the subject. It was difficult, but I knew from the beginning what the film was capable of doing. I knew that I think when people see this film, that they're really going to be affected by it, that it's going to spark that conversation. Yes, some people will be angry about it, but that's okay. Get angry, talk about it so that this can stop happening.
For both of you, what would you like the audience, the main thing you'd like the audience to take away from the film?
I mean, really, Jordan, who plays Carl Stevens in the film, he says it best. I mean, he really wanted to take on the role of Carl because he felt like he was taking all these victims on his shoulders and really wanted to tell their story and really wanted to give all those victims a voice to begin the healing process. So that is the ultimate impact that we want to happen with the film.
And for you, sir, anything additionally that you'd really like the audience to take away from the film?
Well, I really want to just start a conversation. I want us all to sort of walk out of the theater and begin to talking about this. And I want for people who have been abused sort of to come forward and to speak about that abuse so that others do not have to suffer in silence. And also people who have abused people. I want for them to get the help also because they also, a lot of predators have been prey before. And so they have also, been sexually abused. So I just want everybody to go through this healing process so that reconciliation can take place.
Almost a domino effect that takes place.
Exactly.
Upcoming projects for you both, gentlemen?
Well, right now I'm in development on a new screenplay. I can't really talk much about it, but it is sort of a hybrid of Pena and City of God. It's a sort of gritty street drama and a dance film put together. So.
Anything additionally for you, sir? Upcoming projects?
Well, of course, definitely continue to work on Yaki and any future projects that he has. But at the same time, I just got back from an Alip conference down in LA, and I'm actually going to begin to package a couple of TV shows that we're going to be pitching to the new El Rey network that Robert Rodriguez is putting together. So, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that happens, and we'll go from there.
Thank you for the time, gentlemen. Congratulations on Wolf, and enjoy the evening. Thank you so much.